What's up, horror freaks? I'm your undead horror guide, Boney Stiff, welcoming you back to the Emporium of Dread. Today we continue our 5 Minute Matinee series, the show where I watch shit so you don't have to. Buckle up. Today we're diving into the spooky world of Hammer Films with the 1966 classic, The Witches. This witchy flick spins the tale of Gwen Mayfield, a British schoolteacher recovering from a traumatic experience with witchcraft in Africa. She takes a job in a quaint English village, but she soon finds out the quiet community of Hedeby isn't as peaceful as it seems. Strange occurrences and sinister rituals suggest that dark forces are at play, and Gwen must confront her fears to uncover the truth. Let's talk about the faces behind the fear. Joan Fontaine stars as Gwen Mayfield in her final film role. Fontaine, a Hollywood icon, is best known for her work in Alfred Hitchcock's Rebecca and Suspicion, for which she won an Academy Award. Joining her, Alec McCowan as the charming Alan Bax, and Kay Walsh as his mysterious sister Stephanie Bax. Their performances add layers of intrigue and menace to this eerie tale. Here's a fun fact for you horror buffs. Joan Fontaine was so taken with the book The Devil's Own that she bought the rights to it herself and pitched the movie to Hammer Films. Now talk about dedication to the craft. That's right, the movie is based on the 1960 novel The Devil's Own by Nora Lofts, who wrote under the pseudonym Peter Curtis. The novel weaves a gripping tale of a teacher who encounters witchcraft and dark rituals in a seemingly idyllic English village. The adaptation stays fairly true to the source material but takes up some creative liberties to amp up the horror elements. For example, the book delves deeper into Gwen's backstory and her psychological struggles, adding a rich layer of character development that the film only touches upon. Alright, before we dive into this, let's take a look at the stats. Alright, turn the lights low, grease up those broomsticks, and dust off your Ouija boards as I present to you the 1966 classic, The Witches. Schoolteacher Gwen Mayfield returns to England after experiencing a nervous breakdown triggered by an attack from witch doctors while working on a mission in Africa. Later, she's hired by the wealthy Reverend Alan Bax, who oversees a school in the secluded village of Hedeby. Upon arrival, Gwen discovers that Alan is not actually a minister, but wears a clerical collar for a sense of security. Now talk about some real daddy issues. Gwen then befriends Alan's sister, a respected journalist. Later, we learn a romance between two of Gwen's students, Ronnie and Linda, face a strong opposition from the village adults for reasons Gwen does not understand.
Because little girls are the devil!
Linda, living with her grandmother, is rumored to be under witch-like influence, and Ronnie fears she's being abused.
I saw it.
You saw what?
They were in the wash house, and she thought I'd gone. I looked. She stuck Linda's hand in the rollers and turned the handle.
What?
She put Linda's hand in the mangle.
Alan, recognizing Ronnie's academic potential, offers to fund his education at a prep school outside of the village, but Ronnie's father refuses.
He'd have to live away from home.
Yes, it's a boarding school.
Leave Hedeby.
Gwen steps in to tutor the boy. Ronnie then gives Linda a male doll to complement her female doll, symbolizing their relationship. The following day, Ronnie falls into a coma, and Gwen discovers the male doll pierced with pins and its head missing. She shows it to Stephanie, who suggests someone might be practicing witchcraft.
But do you think it could possibly be witchcraft? Somebody having a little dabble?
Impressed by Gwen's knowledge of African magical practices, Stephanie invites her to co-author an article on contemporary English witchcraft. Gwen's inquiries into Ronnie's condition upsets his superstitious mother.
It's best for Ronnie.
You only want to interfere. He could have gone away to that school. He'd have been out of it by this. But oh no, you had to butt in and do things your way.
Leading her to make a deal with Granny Rigg. Ronnie recovers from his coma and is swiftly taken to Wales by his mother.
They've gone.
What?
Both of them. She packed up her things. Said she was taking the boy straight off. To her folks in Wales.
Your wife said that.
The boy must never come back here, she said.
His father confronts Granny Rigg and later is found drowned in a pond nearby. Suspecting that self-proclaimed witches are causing these events, Gwen fears they might intend to sacrifice Linda as a virgin. She plans to testify at the inquest into Ronnie's father's death. However, an injury caused by Stephanie's dogs leads Gwen to being treated by a local doctor at the Bax's home. That night, frightened by the sudden appearance of an African totem, she suffers another nervous breakdown.
You have signed on to enter Papa Shango's world.
Months later, Gwen awakes in a nursing home where she's been recuperating with no memory of leaving Africa. A visiting little girl's doll triggers her memories, prompting Gwen to escape and hitchhike back to Hedeby, where the Baxes welcome her. A villager whispers to Gwen that Linda, supposedly on vacation, has actually been taken by the witches.
Oh, Mrs. Good.
They've got the girl.
One night, Gwen sees a group headed towards the ruined church and follows, discovering a witches' coven led by Stephanie, who reveals her plan to initiate Gwen into their ranks.
You came to join us, and you shall.
Alan, leave us.
Stephanie explains that she has learned a ritual to extend life through the sacrifice of a pure maiden.
You're not a virgin, are you? No? No, what do you mean, no? Well, Steve, but he doesn't count! Doesn't count!
The ritual set for the next night must be prepared in a ritually clean space or it will backfire on the witch.
All things must be without stain. The maiden shall be pure, not above 5 and 10 years of age.
Unable to find Linda's hiding place, Gwen waits for the ceremony. The ritual comes off looking more like a pedo luau on Epstein Island. Linda, in a trance, is unable to assist in a rescue as Stephanie raises the ritual knife. Gwen cuts herself and smears the blood on Stephanie's robe, defiling it.
At the moment of sacrifice, let no blood be spilled.
Stephanie, seizing with convulsions, tries to remove her soiled robe but collapses and dies. Weeks later, Hedeby returns to normal without Stephanie's influence. Gwen decides to stay and continue to work as a school teacher with Alan. Alright, let's see what the old stiff meter has to say about the witches. Looks like we got a spooky success on our hands, folks. The Witches is a fantastic blend of psychological horror, supernatural elements, and Joan Fontaine's performance is captivating. The eerie atmosphere of the village of Hedeby keeps you on the edge throughout. While it may not be one of Hammer's most famous films, it certainly delivers a spot in the Horror Hall of Fame. If you enjoyed this dive into The Witches, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and smash the undead life out of that like button, so you never miss an episode. And if you want to keep the conversation alive, head on over to the brand new official Emporium of Dread Facebook group, Boney's Horror Freaks. Now stay tuned, we have a lot of great content coming this way for the month of August. I'm going to be finally wrapping up that Tales from the Crypt season breakdown, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. And until next time, Horror Freaks, keep the lights low and stay stiff.